Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Brandon here with Bob Brandt, and tonight we have the first annual Soccer Bowl, sponsored by the Soccer Booster Parents Club of Norristown Area High School. And Bob, this ball game has been the work largely of Mike Roman, the head coach for Norristown High Soccer, and I think they've had a nice turnout and a success story here today. They've had games going on since 2 o'clock this afternoon. They had a middle school tournament going on. Then just prior to the varsity match between Bishop-Kenrick High School and Norristown High School, which we're about to witness, we had a JV match, Norristown coming out on top. And they've had a lot of folks here. I'm very impressed with the turnout.
Mike has gone through a lot of work here, Jeff. Unbelievable the amount of time he's put in. He's put this program together. He's gotten these boys together, not only Kenrick and Norristown, but he's gotten PW and Norristown up here for the 9th grade game. He's had all the middle schools together today. And I don't think that anybody can appreciate how much work he's gone to put this game together.
Well, I had seen Mike earlier this summer, back in July. He was already working on the program, a gorgeous program which we have here tonight. He's got a lot of sponsors from the community and some really nice bits about soccer. And of course, the major objective of this day is to build up interest in soccer in the Norristown area. And I think soccer, obviously an international sport and something that people all around the world enjoy to watch, and I think he'd like to see that interest generate a little bit more in the Norristown area.
I agree with you 100%, and he's doing a job. I think we're going to introductions now. Do we want to?
That's right. Let's go to the introductions for Bishop-Kenrick. Number 9, Mark Taglianetti.
Number 16, Brian McGovern.
At forward, number 16, Brian McGovern.
At forward, number 3.
Also at forward, number 3, Sean McGee. We missed there. Also at forward, number 14, Gisberto Evangelista. And the final forward for Bishop-Kenrick, number 19, Steve Wallen. We missed there, number 10, Ed Hull, also at forward. The midfielders, number 4, Carl Martella. Number 15, Steve Dollarton. Another midfielder, number 6, Matt Anasowitz. And the last midfielder, number 8, Earl Kelly. And the fullbacks for Bishop-Kenrick, number 11, Charles Fortescue. Number 13, Dennis Hannon. Number 12, Fred Shaughnessy. Number 7, Ed Scott. And 0, Mark Sassone. And our final fullback, number 5, John Nolan. And the goalkeeper for the Bishop-Kenrick Knights, Jim Sortino. And the head coach at Bishop-Kenrick, Fran Rupert. And Fran's done a good job with the Knights this year. They had a decent season in the Catholic League.
Yes, we played them earlier in the year, and we ended up with a 2-2 tie. And Fran has really have done a lot of work, put a lot of time in, and you can see the results of all the work he's put in.
All right, let's go with the introductions for the Norristown High players. At forward, number 6, Scott Mcdevitt. Also at forward, number 5, Mark Embastaro. Number 11, Vinny Carbone. Also, number 8, Jason Kang.
At forward, a senior, number 23, Greg Frederick.
And we've got number 23, Greg Frederick, also at forward. And rounding out the forwards, number 1, James Napier. The midfielders for the Eagles will be number 17, Arve Bridal. And Arve, of course, a foreign ball player from Norway. Number 13, Paul Wismer, also at midfield. Number 21, Ronnie Mingus, who is also a co-captain of the Eagles soccer team. Number 20, Dave O'Brien, another midfielder. And number 16, Mike Roman, a sophomore playing for the Norristown varsity, also at midfield. The fullbacks are number 18, Chris Layton. Number 12, Bob Emery. Number 19, and your other co-captain for Norristown High, Drew Cressman.
14, Donald Hart.
Number 14, Don Hart.
And senior, at fullback, number 4, Ray Carr.
Number 4, Ray Carr.
Absent from Norristown tonight, our goalkeeper Greg McCluskey. Steve Fairman.
Not playing for Norristown High tonight due to suspensions imposed upon them are starting goalkeeper Greg McCoskey and regular fullback Steve Coleman. They won't be in the ball game tonight. And our final fullback, number 24, Dave Detweiler.
Goalkeeper tonight is Bones.
Brian Davis.
Brian Davis.
Brian Davis.
And our goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper, is Brian Davis.
Mike Roman.
And the head coach for Norristown High, Mike Roman. And Bob, I should mention, of course, you're the head coach for PW Soccer, is that right?
Correct. Did my 5th year this year, and always looking for improvement.
You know, I was at the PW Norristown game this year. I was very impressed with, I guess it was Sal Carbone. Looks like a fine soccer player.
Sal Carbone, I was lucky enough to have Sal Carbone work at Plymouth Whitemarsh along with his brother Ray, who went on to Textile and was co-captain down there. Sal will be moving on to a college career, hopefully in Bloomington, Indiana, or some big school. He was selected first team All-State, and
wow.
Yes, it was quite an accomplishment for Sal.
I'll tell you, I was really impressed with him. Quite a ball player. Of course, that was a tie ball game between Norristown and PW this year. Well played.
Coming into this game, we've tied both of these schools, but I have seen through the future, or through the last couple games, that Norristown has really been improving. However, with the loss tonight of their goaltender and starting fullback, I really don't know what's going to happen here. It's going to be a close game.
Well, that's why I wanted to ask you, how do you think these teams match up talent-wise? Their records say that they're just about that even. Norristown this year overall 8-9-4, 4-8-2 in the league, and Bishop-Kenrick 4-6-2 in the league, 8-9-4 the exact same record overall. I mean, I think that bodes well for a fantastic soccer game tonight.
Well, I don't think we have to look at records tonight. It's been said before that when you put Kenrick and Norristown on the same field, no matter what the sport is, you don't have to worry about the record. And we're just going to hopefully have a good, solid effort from both teams, and a lot of work, and a good ball game here. They're out there right now at the center field. They're having a coin toss, and what they'll do is they'll give Kenrick their choice of the flip of the coin, and whether they win the coin toss, then they'll have their choice of whether they want the ball or the end of the field.
I see.
They're also trying something new tonight. They're going to a 3-man referee system, which is entirely new to Suburban 1. We have used 2-man system for years, since I've been in high school, and I was a few years ago. And the new system now is put 1 referee on the center of the field and 2 linesmen on the side of the field, and let them call the out of bounds and fouls, offsides, and fouls near them, and let the referee on the field concentrate on the playing of the game. It's supposed to be a very effective system, and a lot of colleges have gone to it, and leagues, high school leagues in Pennsylvania.
All right, let's give you the names of our officials tonight. The linesmen will be Dave Long and Doug Berg, and our referee will be John McCulloch. And of course, tonight's commissioner for the Soccer Bowl is Hank Sisko, a big sports figure here in the Norristown area. Hank does a lot of things for youth in this area. He's been involved with youth and youth events almost all of his life. And Mike Roman, I think, did a good job in selecting Hank Sisko to chair this event. Hank's put a lot of work into it also, I'm sure.
Well, I've grown up in Norristown, and that man out there has been working for the kids of Norristown his whole life, I think. That's all I've ever seen in newspapers is Hank Sisko's doing this, and Hank Sisko's running this for the kids. And I think the police department of Norristown has done a lot for the kids in Norristown proper, and they run a PAL league for baseball, and I played on
a PAL team, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Of course, now my brother was a police officer. That had some influence on it. I don't know.
Got you the starting position, right?
That's right. That's right. And we just had our ceremonial first kick. That was Hank Sisko to kick out the first ball in place of Mayor John Marburger of Norristown, who was unable to be with us tonight. And, Bob, I think we have a decent crowd here tonight, too. I mean, for a Friday evening soccer game, I think they'd like to bring back night soccer in this area. It's something that really hasn't been too prevalent here in this area for a long, long time.
Bring it back would say the least. We've had very few night soccer games in Norristown, and it's great. It's great for the kids because they get the chance to play with their parents looking at them and their fellow students coming out. They got the cheerleaders here tonight. They look great. You can see you got the eagle running around down there in the field.
Yes, we do.
So hopefully everything looks well. I know that Kenrick's having a homecoming tonight. They have a dance, so that's probably limit the number of fans that they'll have.
Yeah, that's true. They have their homecoming football game right here at Roosevelt Field tomorrow. I forgot all about that.
Well, Norristown's coming out on the field now. They have 11 players to a team, 10 field players, and 1 goaltender. The goaltender, if you notice, is dressed in black for Norristown. Only so he stands out against the other players of the field.
All right, now I'm sorry about that, Bob. How do we break down the players? Do the players have any restrictions as to where they can be on the field at any one time? I know you have forwards, you have midfielders and fullbacks, but what does that mean?
Okay, if we can get a shot at the Norristown's team overall, we'll break it down from the goaltender. Start with the goaltender, and he plays mainly in what they call the penalty area, a box about 18 yards long, and he is allowed to move anywhere in that area and use his hands to touch the ball. The only player on the field is allowed to use his hands. He can come out of that box, but he's not allowed to use his hands outside that box. In front of him, you have the fullbacks. If you notice, I think it's Crespin back there. He is what they call a sweeper. He moves behind all the fullbacks. In front of the fullbacks, then, you have the halfbacks or midfielders, and in front of the midfielders, you will have the line, and they're up with the ball right now. 23 is standing directly over top of the ball, and there's the tap. We're underway here.
All right, that's Ron Minges, number 21 for Norristown. And of course, the Kenrick Knights in their green uniforms with the gold trim. The Eagles in the home white uniforms with the blue lettering and trim. All right, this is a good opportunity. That's a side out, right?
Yes.
Now, what does that mean?
All right, first of all, let me caution the viewer tonight. I don't think you're going to be able to see the lines. The lines are not white for the soccer game, but the lines are in yellow. And if you look on the field, you cannot see yellow lines. It's difficult for the players, and it's also going to be difficult for the viewer. If you take the sideline of the football field and moved towards the bench about 3 yards, there would be the sideline.
Oh, I see that now. Now, see, I was looking at the football lines, and of course, that's not the out-of-bounds line. That's right.
All right, we have Ron Minges with a direct kick here, and he's trying to shoot. He did shoot the ball, but it went over the net.
Now, Ron almost got a field goal. Of course, he's the field goal kicker for the Norristown Eagles here on Friday nights.
He's practicing for the night game.
And Ron's had a good year for the football team. I don't think I've seen him miss an extra point. Now, what do we have here for Kenrick? That's a 6-yard kick?
That is a 6-yarder. It's placed on the 6-yard line, which you cannot see again. And Kenrick gets a free kick forward. It has to move. The ball has to clear the 18, and then anybody can play it that wants to. We have Ron Minges right now with moving the ball down the sideline. He's controlling. Looked upfield but couldn't find anybody. Now, if you see people waving their hands, that means the ball's out of bounds, and Norristown wants a throw-in, or they get a throw-in.
And that's Mike Roman there, just threw the ball in. Frederick tries to go upfield to Minges, and Kenrick boots the ball out of bounds. That was number 11 for them, Chaz Fortescue.
If you look at the fullbacks now of Kenrick, they're lining up trying to cover or pick up a Norristown man. Kenrick has a throw-in. It's a long throw-in, but the fullbacks are there for Norristown.
Ron Minges with a nice play, tries to center that ball, cleared away.
Exactly what he tried to do. He tried to take the ball to the wing and center it back into the middle. And the only problem was it was a Kenrick player there. Now Kenrick tried to push the ball through. 16.
It's Brian McGovern.
Is taking the ball, trying to move it out to the wing, and it was knocked out of bounds. We have a throw in for Kenrick on the far side of the field.
And Arve Bridle got that ball out there with the head.
That was exactly right. It's a head ball.
Now, of course, in soccer, can't use your hands. As Bob told you, only the goalie may use his hands.
Now, he's allowed a maximum of 4 steps before he gets rid of that ball. And he used his 4 steps and kicked the ball upfield, where we're looking for control. Carlos takes control there, moves it out to the right halfback. The right halfback moves up the wing nicely. Crosses the ball. And Norristown moves it out.
Now, what's that call, Bob?
All right, I did not see the signal from the referee, but he did call a direct kick for Kenrick. So they can shoot that ball directly onto the goal. It can go in the goal and count as a goal. Where indirect, if he called an indirect, it's a shot. It's a nice one.
It's a goal.
He scored. Yes, he did.
Boy, I'll tell you, what a kick. Upper left-hand corner.
I caught that goaltender. It looked like he was napping back there.
Did we see who scored that? I think that was number 4. Yes, it was. I think that was number 4 for Bishop Kenrick.
That's Carlos.
Carl Martella.
Carl's a good kid. He's got a brother that plays goaltender for the JV squad, and he hit that ball perfect. You don't want to hit that ball any better than that.
It's got to be a tough time for Brian Davis, the goaltender for the Eagles. He hasn't played varsity all year, and now he's thrown into a situation that these guys have been looking forward to for the entire season.
Exactly. The goaltender, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. He has a difficult situation, a big game like this. The kids are high for this game, and he's out there for the first time that I know of, and a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Well, we got a lot of time to play. There's only 5 minutes going in the first period.
Now, how long are the segments here for high school soccer?
We play, in PIAA, we play 4 20-minute quarters.
Okay.
There's a chip. He's going to try to send somebody running on the ball. Kenrick's coming out very aggressive.
I think it's got to be a big boost for them to get that first goal on the board right off the bat, right in the beginning of the first quarter.
Plus the fact, I think some of the players at Norristown now may in their mind be questioning
That's true.
The goaltending.
Good point. It's a guy they haven't played with all year. He hasn't been behind him all year, and now he is. And here he gives up a goal on the first shot on goal, actually.
Exactly,
which was
yes.
a direct kick. Now Detweiler trying to get back for the Eagles. He runs the ball down, but it's controlled by number 3, Sean McGee. McGee looking for some help. Nice tackle that time. And that shot well over the goal into the rear stands. Now, on a throw-in, isn't there a certain form that you have to observe? Does it have to over your head or something like that?
Exactly. You have to keep both feet on the ground. The ball has to come directly back over the head in the grasp of 2 hands, and then come forward, directly forward over top of the head. You cannot throw it with one hand. You cannot throw it from the side of your head. That is another 6-yarder for Norristown.
And Frederick controlling for the Eagles. And out of bounds off of number 10 for Bishop Kenrick, Ed Hull. So the Eagles will have a throw in from the sideline. Ooh.
Oh, there's a little push right there.
Nothing called.
Referee missed that one. You got to remember there's 22 players out there, and a referee gets behind one of them. He may be out of position or not be able to see the push, and you don't call anything you don't see. There's Carl.
All right.
The field seems a little slippery tonight. In the game that preceded this, I saw a lot of guys slipping on the field. I don't know, maybe it's the dampness in the air, but it's a lot better than the rain they expected tonight.
I know. I think really got a big break on the weather. Everybody was expecting cloudy, gray skies, perhaps some showers, and it just turned into a gorgeous day this afternoon. It is an absolutely lovely night here at Roosevelt Field. Temperature must be in the high 60s, and no rain forecast for the immediate playing time.
All right, now we're moving down here. Norristown has a throw-in. No, yes. And that's Mike Roman?
Yeah, that's Mike Roman.
Kenrick controlled the throw-in. And Kenrick's trying to move the ball across the field. I think that's Carlos again. No, that's... that's Eddie Hull. Eddie Hull has been an athlete. I thought he's a great athlete, that kid. He's been working in West Norton. He lives up West Norton near where I live. And basketball player, soccer player, baseball. He's just into everything. He's a heck of an athlete. In fact, I think he's the one that, against PW, he scored the winning or tying goal down there against us.
All right, Kenrick controls the throw in again. And I'd like to mention right now the ball boys that are here tonight are supplied by the Phoenixville soccer clubs, youth soccer. And they're doing a nice job for tonight. Gives those guys some exposure. Norristown with control of the ball. They got Minges down the middle. He's got Steve Frederick on the right side.
Pushed it down to wing to Minges. Minges taking it in the corner and should cross it. Up, kicked out of bounds.
So Norristown will have a corner
Kenrick.
kick?
This is a corner kick. There's a yard arc at that flag in the corner, and the ball has to be placed down in that arc and kicked towards the goal or forward. Cannot be played until the ball travels one revolution.
Now the goaltender will play towards the back of the net because it's easier for him to run forward than backward,
Correct.
right?
There it is. It's a nice kick. Nobody on it. Kenrick is on it, though.
Still free ball. Nope. Kenrick gets it out.
There's a shot.
Ronnie
A
Minges
little wide
blasted
in that.
that ball. Somebody got their body in front of it.
Somebody got something on that ball and
Yeah.
it deflected it wide.
Yeah, Ronnie really wound up on that one.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
We'd like to mention our camera people doing a good job for us tonight. Denise and Suzanne McCoskey. We'd like to thank them for their help. Of course, Tony Koya producing and directing our show tonight. And it's all being brought to you by the Norristown Area School District.
That was a direct kick. They tried to chip it over their whole heads, and oh, there's a nice cross. A cross is when you take it down one side of the field and cross it to the other or to the center of the field. And what you try to do is pull the fullbacks with you to the side of the field and then cross it into the middle.
That time, Detweiler cleared the ball out.
Detweiler missed kick on the first one. Missed kick was missing the ball, but he turned around and recovered and was able to get the ball out.
Now Roman, a little push there.
Push, yes.
And they're going to give the ball to Kenrick.
Yeah, they are calling it. They're calling it, yes, a direct kick.
Yeah, that's certainly valid. That happened right in front of us there. Nice,
All right,
nice
head
lead.
ball and led the man down the wing. Perfect ball. Nice control.
Good D by Roman. Is that no? It's Drew Cressman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a nice play.
That's number 19, Drew Cressman. I'd like to mention that the Norristown High team, at least, I don't know how Kenrick sizes up, but they've a lot of intelligent ball players out there. Good students off the field. Nice and good guys off the field also.
I agree with you 100%. Soccer players have to be very intelligent.
Of course, that coming from a former soccer player or a current soccer coach, but of course there's no bias involved in that statement. Nice kick by Drew upfield. Oh, nice play by Ronnie Minges.
We got
Scott Mcdevitt.
There's a jumping in, and that guy over there just the line official called it, but the official in the middle of the field chose to ignore it or never saw it. Kenrick's coming up. Woodwork around the man, out of bounds.
Now we're is that the end line down there by the goal?
That man is calling a corner kick over there, and I don't believe it. All the kids are lining up for a 6. All right, he's letting it go.
No, it is a 6-yard. Okay.
6-yarder.
That'll be Detweiler for the Eagles.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He is. He's going to call it back and go with a corner. I'll bet you. Why did he?
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know why he blew the whistle. Why did he stop play?
Well, maybe he's going to let us kick it one more time.
I guess so. I was wrong.
All right. So Steve Detweiler again with a 6-yard kick for the Eagles. Cut off by the Knights. They don't have any possession. You're going to have another shove.